Make some love for Barbara and her beautiful singing voice, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for.
Woohoo! Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kisses and smooches.
Great words, poet.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you for kicking off our wonderful Work of Art Wednesdays tonight. She got to sing last month, and we are so happy she came back and did another song for us. It was beautiful. You can, if you want to let everyone know where they can find you online, if you have any events coming up, anything you'd like to promote. All right, thank you so much for joining us, Barbara. It's always a pleasure to see you. All right, we're going to keep this going. On deck, we have Kingston Crow. Please welcome to the mic now one of my favorite poets in yours, Eddie the Fireman Foreman.
Thank you. Happy Pride Month. You're my favorite poet too. Thank you for making me feel every color but blue. Thank you. Okay, my name is Ed Potasco, feeling fantastic. Please get a time to enjoy my rhyme, thoughtful, sublime. I got one small poem and two not so long poems, so I won't take you much time. The first poem is called Love is Love. You should never hate. First of all, judge yourself. Everyone has their unique fate. Spread the love towards him or herself. Stop the one-sided and mindless debate. In every form, love is one to itself. Do you understand? Do I need to translate? Love whomever like nobody else. Happy Pride Month.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, Ed. Okay.
And I got one more. No, I got two more. My other one, thank you. Hey, Pride Month, woo! All right, this is called Colorful Bow. A little black for what is that? A little white to spread the light. A little tan is on demand. A little red to make it bright up ahead. A little brown to make it like the ground. A little orange, no color should be hinged. A little yellow for more of a glow. A little green to be less mean. A little blue to clear our view. A little pink to relax and calmly sink. A little gray to, what can I say? A little silver to make it deliver. A little gold to make it look bold. A little indigo to make hearts explode. A little violet to make it a smashing hit. It's a rainbow to tie it up in one big bow. Love your color, love like no other. Love to recover and not suffer. And a little spicy Pete to say least. Hope you enjoy that. This is called Galactic Ecstasy. Okay. I'm sorry, I can't. Here's another one. I'm sorry, I can't find right now. This is called Honey Rain. My hungry tongue reached over to taste your womanly essence. The wetness flows over our naked flesh, engulfing a trance for a delectable fragrance. Eyes to eyes with chest to chest, two bodies beginning a salacious dance. My feisty passion is coursing through our veins. The ember slowly walks around our bare canvas, the feeling slowly melting the chains inside our hearts and brains. The inferno quickly burn away our doubts and consciousness. My lustful tongue ravaged deep between your legs, slowly going deeper into your soft, moist wetness. My tongue is going back and forth on pink sensory threads. Our bodies are hot and bothered by increased sexual awareness. Our explicit minds flash images of red and white. The sensation instinctively feed our nerves. Our imagination is pushing through to newer erotic heights. Our rapid maneuvers holding on to every inch of our melting curves. Our damp hands were firmly grasping each other. The air has gotten thinner than any knife. We were feeling the euphoria of our vicious yet tender raging summer. We both strongly and passionately clicking to life. Our boiling bodies continuously express wetness around our pores. We're both pulling harder and deeper into a delicate movement. Our pure love makes our continually hunger for more to feed our starving cores. Our bodies closely and surely reaching a sensational transcendence. Our ecstatic voices echoes through the pitch blackness. We're killing each other with soft, slow pressure. Our lungs engulfed in the enticing, intoxicating mist. Our senses became lost in a hurricane of stimulated pleasure. Our spicy mouths are screaming in blissful agony. Our great deafness is inside our delightful tornado. Our lips were slurping every drop of our sweet Cajun honey. Our nerves are experiencing a very satisfying overload. Our lustful loins kept twirling and swirling to a new state of ecstasy. My harsh shaft impairs your soft pink walls towards your sexual abyss. Our skin shivering, quivering like a raging sea. Our bodies stuck in a steamy rampage furrowed by a breathtaking kiss. Our hot blood is rising to reach our peaks. Our inner drums are playing to a wild tempo. Our loins and mouths quickly experiencing leaks. Our whole bodies are about to explode. Our sweaty bodies became stiff and motionless. The clear, creamy river oozed out. Our minds reached a stage of bleak bliss. The sunrise joyfully and playfully sprouts. Our bodies spread out in exhausted days. Our minds drift off to a river of dreams. The bed was cool, calm, and unfazed. Our bodies nestle in a colorful woven streams. Thank you. Happy Pride Month. Woo!
I forgot to mention it at the
Yes.
top of the show.
Yeah.
As Elemental, the New Rican Monday night online cafe host, would say, it's night 30. And Eddie always brings us the wonderful spiciness of poetry. So give him some love.
Eddie, yeah.
Ready.
Thank you. Gotta love
Thank
this
you,
open
brother.
mic that makes for Thursday night. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
I think it's Wednesday.
It's Work of Art Wednesdays.
Work of Art Wednesdays. but we'll all meet on Thursday. We usually see each other throughout the week. But thank you so much, Eddie. He's got wonderful things going on. You can drop in the chat where people can follow you online if you would like to share that information. And we're gonna keep going. On deck, we have our wonderful tech host, my boo, Nick Louise. But please welcome to the mic now. He's an MC, podcast host of Poetic Robin Hood, and author of beautiful poetry collections. Please welcome our friend, Christopher Moore.
Oh, I didn't know I was up next.
Hi, Chris.
Okay. So, what's the length we could do? Like
5
poems?
minutes.
Okay. Let me find the poem here. The good news is I've been working on a new book, so I do have new poems. Let's see. Okay, this one's called A New Boudica. Nova Roma has fallen. The female Nero fiddled away as invaders freed those she conquered. Her pillar of lies now mere ruins, as a Boudica from the east frees her subjects. The subjects, this silver-tongued Nero, deceive. Rally to her side those who love freedom. Her new Pax Romana will not bother you ever again. This new Boudica cries out as her war cry. As her banners conquer this new land, a level-headed philosopher questions if she's the right choice or not. And I'll read another one. Let me see. Okay, this one is called Colosseum. I was dragged into the righteous's Colosseum. They all screamed out for my head as their index fingers crossed over their necks. They had a giant crucifix idol, but it was clear they didn't follow this idol's teachings. Chanting, shouting as they stomped their feet, screaming they wanted the heathen's head, my head. Their empress produced her crooked thumb as she pointed it downward, spelling my demise. Thank you.
Chris is one of my favorite poets who can write about mythology. He has gorgeous collections about them. They are available on Amazon, and he's a wonderful podcast called Poetic Robinson. I've been honored to feature on that. So give some love and some noise to our friend Chris Moore.
Yes,
Thank
Chris.
you.
By the
Yeah,
way,
also-
Christopher, yeah.
And
Can you
also, I'm
drop your
looking for new
Instagram?
poets to be on Poetic Robin Hood because my list is getting small. So I'm looking for new features as well.
It's really fun. I highly recommend if you want to spend an hour with Chris to DM him. It's a lot of fun to sit and talk with him. And I haven't heard him read poetry aloud for a minute, so it was so much fun to hear some new work
That's
from
because
you
of my
tonight, Chris.
thesis course, Lizzie. It killed
Yeah,
me.
but yes, but I'm so proud of you, and you know that, and all the amazing stuff you do. So thank you for sharing space with us and your wonderful, wonderful work. And please buy his books; they are beautiful. All right, we're gonna keep going. On deck, we have Messiah Pim. Please welcome to the mic now, my boo and our wonderful tech host and co-founder of Blended City, Nick Luis.
Hello, everyone. How are you? Chris, really quickly, what's your Instagram? If you can drop it in the chat.
Yeah, I'll drop it in the chat. It's
Okay.
more poetry 1990, more like my last name, but I'll also put it in the chat as well.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Okay, so I wrote this piece. I'm gonna read two pieces, by the way. I wrote this one actually this morning. And then the other one I wrote a while back. This first one is called Spirit. The spirit is a force of burning fire that will raise me to the heavenly spire, a passion of feeling of one's true desires, a waiting for me to be, to see all the glory and wisdom so blessed be, a faith of feeling, a word, a motion, a life's work and all its devotion, aligning with my mind, my body, and my spirit, a constant awareness, balance, and inward visit, to be connected within yourself and others, the universe, nature, and all its colors. Can't you feel the strength and power that's within you to do, to be anything you set your intentions with your heart, with your mind, stepping into your eyes' premonitions? Spirit for you may be a different spirit for me, because the power of three sets me free. You can agree or disagree, but that's what I see. Get it? It's something you believe, receive, achieve, perceive that helps you become better, become whole, become one with yourself. The spirit in all its levels, disheveled, dealing with all the devils inside and out, ascending higher and higher like a sweet cinnamon kiss, turning into an eternal bliss, beginning and connecting to your spirit. And so it begins with the spirit. So that's the first one. And then this one, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Is called God is a Woman. God is a woman because it just makes sense. God is a woman because a woman is now the vice president. God is a woman because Mother Earth gave life to all. God is a woman, can you hear her dying call? The call from all the women who suffered throughout the ages, the women who were killed, raped, stoned, hung, beaten because they were powerful mages. From all the women who fought for their rightful place, it only took 100 years. I know, what a disgrace. God is a woman because she is the creator of all men. Can you understand? God is a woman because she bears all children whom we hold dear. Did you hear? God is a woman because the divine feminine energy lives in each of us. That intuitive feeling when something feels wrong, your powerful senses that keep you lifelong, that spark of creativity that starts in your mind, and that nurturing feeling you'll never leave behind. Experiencing, being, receiving, it's all part of the grand design. God is a woman because we come from women. So why have men for centuries let women be lesser? Oh, right, because they are the grand oppressor. Women are the queens who turn the neck of a king. Trust her, she knows what she's doing. Women are powerful, women are strong, women are doubled in population. So give some respect. Yes to all women, yes to lesbian women, yes to trans women, yes to drag women, yes to queer women, yes to those who identify as a woman, because a woman is not a woman based on her body parts, but the fierce, fine, and divine femininity that comes from the heart. God is a woman and God is love, and love is what makes the world go round. When all is said and done, you believe God is a woman. Thank you.
Yay!
You know how much I love you, and that poem is like one of my favorites. And please make some noise and give some love
Yeah,
to beautiful
great
Nick
work.
Luis.
Wow.
Ooh, that's my babe.
Yes. Oh, God is a woman. Yeah.
Mm.
We love Nick. We love everything they do. They will drop all their info about Blended City and their personal handles in the chat. Also, they were published in my Out Loud LGBTQ Literary Art Anthology last year. They are one of 50 international artists, and that book is available at Sweet Pickle Books in New York City.
Yes,
I think they
love
do. Yes. And there's signed copies, like his John Hancock is in there. So, and mine, and so many other, and Jamie who reviewed it for us. So, and Christopher Moore, and so many other wonderful artists. So, thank you, Nick. Also, I got that for you, so I will send it to you later.
Okay, cool.
I remembered.
Thank you.
You're welcome. If you are just joining us, welcome to Work of Art Wednesdays with Blended City. If you'd like to perform tonight, please send a direct message to Nick in the Blended City Zoom box, and he will add you to our list. But we're going to keep going with this fire of art tonight. All right, on deck, we have Gustav the Great Magus. How are you doing, Gustav? Good to see you. But please welcome to the mic now one of my favorite poets and yours. I got to review his book and write the foreword, and it'll be coming out in the near future. Please welcome my brother, Messiah Payne.
Thank you, Lizzie.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna hop right into it. These are two poems. They're old, but they're goodies to me. So the first one is called "Your Body, the Center of Heaven's Gravity." To delineate erotic suspicion, or perhaps even manufacture with unrelenting lust, this evening we move from a stolen gaze brimming with promises of fealty, as your eyes implore Venus's unfiltered resonance, to an embrace turgidly riveting any divergent sense, incapable of casting you in an unassailable image of pleasure. Your mouth, a shattered refrain, your lips, saccharinely burying what my timidity portends, caresses my scars, and now a cascade of life charges with the undiminished power of love's intrigue. If life be an imminent heaven that's barely recognized, let your body be the ground that shares beatitude with the divine hearth just beyond my perception, carrying unrest from my body to the peaceful realization of mind, stimulation of Kama. We are joined at the Empyrean transition from genial midnight to stellar reception. Time shelters our physical bondage in a psychic landscape where the eternal perishes as I enter you again and again as we go on, ecstasy surmounting infinity, your heartbeat, the pacing of mortal delight moving past its limit. Now we climax at the dawn of epiphany. The shadow of time is still, the moment of surrender come and gone. In your arms, I abnegate myself. In your mercy, I beg for more. Love and sex is a strange and sometimes sordid thing. At times we realize we were deceived, and other times realize we have deceived. Yet in our arms, together love is reduced to life as it's meant for shadows, dispelled by ceremonious light. Without our passions, we are shadows. And the light of agelessness is our embrace, our evening, as a solitary advent on the face of destiny, rollicking in heaven's center of gravity, removed from the sedentary grasp of reality's ancient measure, as we return again to rapture deeply in each other's bodies. So that was the first one. And here's the second one. It's called Gazing at You Across the Room. You are a certain fascination, a reprieve where facility in the language of dreams takes root in an enigmatic knowledge of you, espoused like the serene mystery of being at its center. A mirage, perhaps, yet I seem to feel you the way my soul might respond to a haunting intuition of going home at last. To whom could I turn when this riotous demand for love must escape this violent quietude that is my hidden self, formed of dubious frustration, where I summon to love and parsimony, your striking immediacy of form, gliding over the surface of my indecision, when this allusion to being that beauty sustains emanates from the faint attention in your eyes, seeming to bear the ambitions of love's character in a simple stimulus of lifting your head, to acknowledge the tempest of affection on the edge of your world. How do you conceive life in your way? Where does your world begin? to become a part of the faith arising from your undefinable smile. As I dither, I call to hope. I have seen you, porous allure of the earth without its secrets, of me removed from the weight silence imposes, like an ocean of all depth and no surface. Your body is the cosmopolitan metaphysic of life, for in all your oceans and skies, from your eyes like stars just begat by divine mystery, to your feet that walk wayward miles of only depth to reach me, lies essential nature birth to transparency, and to know life, your life. I must abandon what temerity to remain solely within myself remains. I must come into myself here in this blessed moment in which your grace in the stride of goddesses comes into my devout and ancient reverie. Now as I approach you, this grace of your eccentric presence becomes the blossom of consciousness, and your radiance, as the abode of heaven's arc, shatters what remains achingly still and piously remote within me. I approach with my secrets coming undone and ask your name. And as I do, your dance in the elegant stages of being becomes the beatitude of a spell, casting love in the place of illusion, trusting that a transcendent descent will have its place between us. Across the ages we've met here in the crucible of destiny, are being held in the nurturing promise of union, embraced by love herself. Faint are your eyes, encapsulating heaven and earth, looking in to see who I truly am. Thank you.
I say it all the time. They broke the mold with Messiah. Give him some love for those beautiful pieces.
Yeah, Messiah.
Absolutely gorgeous writing.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Also, I don't watch Family Guy, but I appreciate the Family Guy in the background. I've worked
Yeah.
with Alex Borstein a lot over the years. I know she plays the mom on that show.
Yeah.
I did a show, like I stage managed the show years ago, and her and John Roberts, who plays, I don't watch these shows, but he plays the mom on Bob's Burgers, which is like another cartoon. They had a mom off, and it was very funny. So I appreciate that. But thank you so much, Messiah. He has a gorgeous, gorgeous collection of poetry coming out soon. So certainly keep an eye out for him, and he'll post everything he's up to in his social media in the chat if he wants to share. Thank you so much for being with us tonight.
Thank you. Thank you.
For those who just joined, welcome. If you'd like to get on the open mic list, please send a direct message to the Blended City Zoom box and Nick will add you to our list. We're going to keep going. On deck, we have Sidekick, but please welcome to the mic now. He goes by the Magus. I call him Gust of the Great, and I'm not wearing it, but my t-shirt matches the beautiful poster behind him. I love him so much, and I get to see him hopefully in August here in New York City. So please welcome my friend, my brother, Gustav Salas.
Thank you for the great intro, Lizzie. Thank you for this wonderful space. I'm going to do two pieces. This is Welcome to Dystopia. Idiocracy gone to hell in A Handmaid's Tale, like a remixed 1980 floor show. Their brave new world's really a plague-ridden medieval times. People playing war games when, strange game, the only winning move is not to play. Blade Runners terminating skin jobs, Road Warriors beyond Thunderdome, 2 men enter, 1 man leaves, the other guy's soiling green. It's people, but I'm gonna bust out the Matrix because I see there is no spoon, the God Emperor of Dune. I make like Omega Man and kill some zombies before Skynet unleashes the Terminators. You are number 5. I am not a number, I am a free man. You are number 5. I am not a number, I am a free man. The prisoner imagines the cell. The jury has sent him to hell. His 6x8 slice of dystopia within a dystopia, America's prison industrial cornucopia. Complex but as simple as a slave plantation, 2 million people in incarceration. The U.S., the world leader in prison population, domestic infant supplier, exploitation. Penny wise but pound foolish. We're Gacy clown ghoulish. That's it. We're like Bozo the clown foolish. 698 Americans out of 100,000 are behind bars. China's only got 121 per 100,000, home of the free ours. Pardon the prisoners of the drug war fought in error. Bring healing to communities where once there was terror. We built our society on a broken foundation. White supremacy and guns are the seeds of our damnation. Guns have turned Americans into prisoners of unconscience. Afraid at school, afraid in the grocery, afraid you'll be the next Walmarter. Shot, live streamed, and accompanied by a racist manifesto Kickstarter. Tucker Carlson paraphrased by the incel loser who has taken society's abuse and is now the abuser. The abused is now the abuser. And this is Holographic Universe. 1, 2, 3, check, check, check. Beamed up from Prague like Star Trek. I got lines going on to infinity. Some call me a poet and some a divinity, but I never take me too seriously. We're living on the edge deliriously. Future evolution depends on our decisions now. Surmounting every difficulty. We'll show you how. Words flowing out like Niagara, falls in your lap like Viagra to keep that booty shaking as Armageddon's quaking. My rhymes erect, it's never flaccid, complex like deoxyribose nucleic acid. I've been up all night, I keep going and going and going, and where this will stop, there's no way of knowing. Leo Dragon's my horoscope, I'm pyrotechnic like a great white dope, I'm on fire, and everything's funny. I'm the frickin' Energizer Bunny. It's inside me, there's always more. 7 days a week, I'm on 24. Plugged in, blissed out, I'm inspired. Into cosmic consciousness, I'm hardwired. I'll live forever, I'll die trying. At light speed, I'm time defying. Real serious like the dog star, yet delirious like a drug czar. If making my own synchronicity seems like egocentricity, I've got my flaws, but live life to the hilt. Love and do what thou wilt. Third eyes on like I got x-ray specs, driven to the edge of Cassandra complex, but I roll with the shots. We're putting everything back in Pandora's box. The golden apple goes to the fairest. I'm dressed to thrill, all hail Eris. Sacrifice to Bacchus another Red Bull while giving thanks and being mindful of all the joy that surrounds us, even when all their bullshit hounds us. Back on earth where we live life, death, rebirth, and the afterlife. And I'm sailing away. Live in the now, live for today. The river Styx we all will cross. In Hades, I'll be my boss. Non serviam, I'll tell the ruler. We'll install central air, now that's cooler. In the underworld without a care, all my best friends are there. We'll open a club, we'll call it heaven. It'll be rocking 24/7. Orgiastic revels, I'm not joshing. Dionysian, Hieronymus, Bashan. We like it spicy, got no taste for mild. Our party motor's running, reborn to be wild. We're quantum mechanics under the hood, meta programming for the common good. If Einstein's relativity is E equals MC squared, this means that good times are best when they are shared. Our cup runneth over a cornucopia. This underground network's created this utopia. We make the rules by which this game is played. Got a grip on the eternal golden braid. So if you're down with what we're professing, come with us, we're effervescing. To these naked truths we're undressing. Love one another. It's a blessing. Thank you.
Love one another. It is a blessing. Oh, so good. Always so good. Give some love to our friend Magus, please.
Magus!
Megan!
Yes.
The energy.
Thank you. He's amazing. We love him. I'm also loving the scruff. Loving the scruff lately. It looks good. Thank you so much, Gustav, for joining us. He is a wonderful poet in our community. I'm always so excited when he is present. And also, he has a beautiful singing voice, and we get to do karaoke sometimes. Anyway, thank you so much, Gustav. He will drop his info in the chat. And also, Blended City has been tagging y'all throughout the night. So if you're getting little pop-ups in your Instagram DMs, that's them showcasing your talent. Thank you so much, Gustav the Great. All right. I have the name Sidekick on the list, but I don't see that in the boxes. Are they here?
I should have changed my name on the Zoom call, but that is me, Sidekick, aka the Bearded B-Boy.
Hello.
Or Grayland Counts, maybe on the Instagram.
Welcome.
Can y'all hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you fine.
All right, all right. Well, let's do some poems. We've got an open mic here in Charlotte, North Carolina, where we had a young poet who, ended up needing to take some time off after becoming the center of some unwanted attention. And so this is a poem about her struggle. When things are beautiful on the outside, who cares what's on the inside? There was a little girl, beautiful toe to head, an enchantress, boys want to take her to bed. Heart was the brightest, holding on by a thread. No one cared for her soul. They didn't want to wed. Here's her story, and I said, knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. I got help on this song. I couldn't have done it on my own. Redbone at home in the dark room she played. Terminator termites eating the chairs away. There was an alligator slayer who got too drunk with the waiter. He was a backstabber, roller derby, skater, a traitor. I rickety rack backpacks filled with tracks just to jump Jupiter's sun. We began on the run. In our sights, the white tights, paint on the canvas. The lights delight these beautiful hermits. Despite this fright, she might just smite the mic in madness. Redheads harbor hatred for the... It's far too beautiful of a devil, just a tool to send you to hell. It's the room is broken. Chewing cigars to outspoken. They're soaking in wood shelves wanting awaken. They're poking fun of her from the pages taking the bus token. She's choking to the sound of we just joking. No one cares if your words are mighty when you look like Aphrodite's. Her voice got lost in the chaotic sea of MCs like me. It's never a day in the life. It's all at night when we write. Moonlight disappeared, these tight hearts, doors with fears, arrayed on the arcade by boys in the shades, a tight fade, kitchen staff, showers, cascades, old folks tightrope, game of spades, where flows and words, that's just our charades, our peers terrified tears, terraform open spheres, sickles, cheers, go in poet, here, her body barely waves. Girl, let's misbehave. One a glass separation. Look at yourself, nation. Creole, Caucasian, melting pot shelf, the elf. It's watching the wealth take a vacation. We the aggravation, delegation, go brand yourself. It's therapeutic rave in our weekday. The smoke past that and act away. Just stay on stage, you lyricist contortionist. I wish we could all write together and tether the ships to this. But the hookah hits like a bazooka. Her body's an arsonist. The feature is ready for orphanage. She states sarcastic sadness in a silly fashion, fused fusion. Got the crowd so suspicious and the functional fiction confusion. The he comes before art. To put your hearts in an illusion, cart your horse, slow it down, round arms your throats, surgeon soothing. All they see is she looks like Venus, but that ain't her genius. She's the thesis of a phoenix, they the meanest. Between us, they only think with their, anywho. Connect with her imagination before your bodies as a conclusion. Boys with goatees, gullets without booties. Baby wants to get wet, but she slept with no rest. A safe haven turns hesitant. A place called home where she was a resident, intelligent. Now she's resident to represent her thoughts. Caught in the throats of art and delicate. You all like the rose, but you don't know her vascular. All muscular and you savage to her. You put her heart in a jar, you just want the avatar. I sit back and observe. I speak out and my words still ain't the cure to her curves. Poem. And I wanted to share my ones in that room and the ones here tonight. Birth in the back of a house, where poets were carrying message bags filled mainly with mazes of mania. There was beauty there, and the seeds of were planted along with the bitterness. It's harvest time on stage, and the fruit did not ripen. No one knows the eyes to distinguish the good and evil. I gotta trust my gut, but my belly is filled with verse bastards. The reprieve when I see you gets twisted in your mouth, smells like buds in the water, at the great in the mirror. But he will not hear me, screaming and begging for him to change. We hope to change the world. We can't change ourselves. I'm pleading with you to not trip if I don't trust you. I don't trust myself. It's not personal. I guess by definition, that makes it personal. When we walk together, my bones make the most unnatural sound. Has to be natural. My body is familiar with all these electrons running school buses around me. Generators tick on, deep, rolling down my heartstrings. I have forgotten now nature. I can't remember the way we were. I will not accept the offered shirt from the naked man. Our symbiotic became parasitic, and I praise you only as much as you're willing to praise me. We both love one another, but know we are evil, so we keep trying to leave, chase one another at the same time. The back and forth, enough friction for the fire that we will say we did not start. We just kicked over the gaslighting cans on the way out this world. I'm starting to think the floorboards and kitchens are more my mother and father. They did not birth me, but they have always been here. My biological mother and father placed me in the arms of the church stage, played Jesus before I was conscious. At puberty, asked me to play the devil, and I was fantastic at both. And no matter how good or evil I've been, the crowd has always clapped at the end. I'm starting to wonder how God handles my curtain call. Will all be welcomed into the eternal after party? I remember Nate was always welcomed at the after party, but on the day's gender, had to play the evil character on stage. They could not join us after the music stopped. Their heart was too broken to be with anyone. When you pulled the hammer down on your curtain, I wonder if you found the oneness you were seeking, hoping to connect with the divine, the next dose, popping pills for penance, using mushrooms for meditation, the fentanyl fellowship, knocking on heaven's door, and the devil answers the call. Poetry is the language of God and the devil. It's every bit the snake simile and Masonic metaphor we had hoped and prayed would never come. It can be so hard loving these poets, dark and beautiful, twisted fantasy, black Madonnas that they are, waiting at the bottom of taverns just to celebrate meals that she had today, wondering if we should tarry or let these car wheels screech on. Pass me the J and we'll see who can wind up the stage in the first round. Black Swan, I know, can give out gangster care bears with perfect 2020 vision. The days when the blues hits with no rhythms, we can always get a CB targeting radio to call for a Stara. She holds us in the wisdom deserts of Smith Gardens and Matrix, gusts of great messiahs, pay deadpan in cities, no hate speech or story, more poetic-tastic. Barbara sings of an undetermined cause just to sound the bell. No magic tricks, Sabrina. It's just me and Jamie trapped in the Pandora box with no way to sell out. Poets are sacred, meaning you touch them at your own peril. Stand on these poets' shoulders. The view is amazing. Trees and valleys stand up tall, seeking the sun. We withstand the wind by sharing the load. On mountaintops, trees stay short. We duck the wind and hold close to the rock. We stand by growing slow, whether together or alone, poets. I hope you found a way to stand up. Poem.
And give some love to Graylin and those awesome poems. And thank you for all the shout outs. That was beautiful. I just spent some time in Charlotte.
I'm sorry.
I just spent some time in Charlotte in April doing some for mics, and they have a very talented community down there.
Scarlett, let's go.
Thank you so much, Graylin. If you want to let the people know where they can find you online, if you have anything coming up, drop your info in the chat. I see the Poet Power Partners, as I call Black Swan and CP Mays, and we'll hear them later, cheering you on. So definitely give Graylin a follow. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. All right, we're gonna keep going, friends. On deck, we have Undetermined Cause, but please welcome to the mic now, Pink, all the way from across the border in Canada. We have my friend Pinky's roommate, Jeff Cottrell.
Hi there.
wait,
I'm doing this with my phone and it's being weird now. I don't know why. Oh, no, no, I don't know. I got a blank screen.
We can't see your
That's weird.
beautiful face.
I know. I'm doing this from my phone because why isn't it coming through? That's just weird. Oh, well. How do I get
We
it back
can
to
still
the
hear
thing?
you. We can still hear you.
You can hear me. Okay, so, oh, there I am. Okay, I don't know. It's decided to start working. All right. The first one is relatively new, and it's going to be in the Brownstone Poets Anthology this year. It's inspired partly by the old Police song Synchronicity 2. It's called Synchronicity 3. In the news today, we learn which new superhero movie we must see, and why it's different from the other superhero movies, and how it fits in with the superhero movie universe, so we can imagine ourselves as superheroes. And also we learn how much money it made this week. Meanwhile, in Ukraine, a soldier blows up a bridge and himself to stop a column of Russian tanks from advancing. In the news today, we learn which famous people said something stupid, and why we must cast those stupid people out of society like lepers, and how we must erase their stupid names out of existence so we can bask in the glow of our moral purity. And also we learn what words we can't say anymore this week. Meanwhile, in Iran, a woman dies of mysterious head injuries after her arrest for refusing to wear a hijab. In the news today, we learn which celebrities are fucking which other celebrities, and which other celebrities are fucking which other celebrities, and which celebrities stopped fucking which other celebrities, so they can fuck completely different other celebrities. And also we learn what dresses they're wearing this week. Meanwhile, all over the world, human intervention is sparking wildfires and pollution, but people still keep having babies. So that was Synchronicity 3, and kitty. So for the second one, little combination of Star Wars and Peter Gabriel, if you will. May 25th, 77, when the Star Wars movie'd come, it was business as usual for galactic bounty scum. Oh, Greedo, Greedo, Greedos, Greedo. Oh, Greedo, 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 Greedo. Give him money, or Greedos. No, give him money, or Han is dead, Han is dead. I should have rehearsed this one. When he hit Mos Eisley to collect old Jabba's pay, Solo fried him with one blast and buggered off to the docking bay. Oh, Greedo, 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 Greedo. Sing along if you figured it out. Oh, Greedo, 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 Greedo. Or don't sing it along, you don't have to. Payback Jabba, or Han is dead, Han is dead. You can shoot down a smuggler, but you can't shoot down the Force. Not that Greedo had a chance, Solo creamed his ass, of course. Oh, Greedo, 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 Greedo. Oh, Greedo, Greedo, Greedos, Greedo. Cornachuta, Cornachuta. Now Greedo's dead. Now Greedo's dead. And the eyes of the world saw Han shoot first. Han shot first. That was Greedo. Thank you. That was Jeff.
Make some noise for Pinky and the Jeff Friends. And
Okay,
he's
Jeff.
also the proud author of a book called Hate Story. You can get that from him directly, signed copy. And there's also a copy available at Sweet Pickle Books in New York City.
Assuming
check all
nobody's
that
bought it yet. Assuming somebody might have bought it.
I
This
mean,
is my
maybe
friend
someone bought
Tanya's
it.
copy.
Yes,
Sorry?
I did. I miss having you in New York City. I will make it to Toronto one day, just not this summer.
One
but I will
day.
make it
I
one
hope-
day. One day.
I hope I get back to New York either this fall or January when I can fit it in with all the other traveling I'm doing this year.
Well, always good to see you. Always great to have you in New York. If you haven't gotten a copy of Hate Story yet, please do. It's a wonderful book. Thank you for being with us tonight, Jeff, and give Pinky a hug for us. And
Absolutely.
Maybe order will be restored on Nuyo tomorrow night.
Yeah, I gotta do the thing actually. I just remembered. I set an alarm so that I could sign up for New York tomorrow. So I gotta do that now.
I know. I'm literally gonna cheat. So we're gonna do this. So on deck is Adam Granger, but please welcome to the mic now, Undetermined Cause.
Hey guys, it's a little bit dark now, but anyway, we'll just pretend like you can see me. So I was trying to, I don't know, Pride Month. So what happened was I was driving to DC and I saw something at a rest stop that, I don't know, kind of like led me to this poem. So instead of doing something that's related to, the Pride Month, I'm going to do something that happened while I was on the way to celebrate Pride. And I call this predicament, and it's predicament, and it's from three perspectives. So the pause in between is going to be representative of different perspectives. When the car is loaded and packed, only a small space to sleep in the back, containing all worldly possessions, living out life's complicated lessons, rest stop or Walmart parking lot, making sure all the doors are locked, always keeping one eye open, ready to jump into motion. When the clean-cut man in uniform knocks on the window to inform, it's time to move on. It's morning, you need to be gone. Clenching while turning the key, 5 miles till the tank is empty, sinking low in the seat, head held down in defeat. And when you notice the engine sputter, under your breath, what will you mutter? Avoiding eye contact, anything to distract, quickly settling on righteous judgment. Jesus can save you, just repent. Likely addicted to hard substances, clutching purse, not my finances. How much you want to bet? Too lazy to work or another disabled vet? Hey, look at me, I'm working for mine. Supporting you, standing in the unemployment line. Yes, please, move along. This is not where you belong. Maybe you just need to pause. Stop focusing on all the flaws. How about extending a little grace? Smile and look at them in the face. Find that small spark still behind the eyes, dimmed from all the unsuccessful tries. Offer a listening ear. Validate all their fears. Stand in for advocacy, live compassionately, make a difference, even if only fractionally, and do it emphatically. Thank you.
Make some noise and give some love to Undetermined Cause, everyone.
Yeah, Undetermined Cause. Awesome.
Needed that.
Thank you for sharing that with us. If you want anyone to know where they can find you online, please drop your info in our chat. And Blended City will also give you a tag. Thank you so much for being with us tonight and sharing poetry. Also, the New list is open Also, the New list for tomorrow night is open. And for the people who've asked me how I get the first spot, I have fast Wi-Fi and I just save my info to the keychain. That's all. I've never asked to go first. Never. And if anyone ever wants to switch, they have my consent to send me a DM, and I'm always happy to switch if someone would like to perform earlier. You just have to ask. All right, we're gonna keep going. On deck, we have CP Mays, but please welcome to the mic now the wonderful Adam Granger.
All right, I'm playing a bit of an original song now. This is a song I wrote a while ago. And it's basically about just trying to expand your horizons when you think the one option that you had isn't working out. And it's called One Tune. Let's see if I remember how this goes. Do you ever wish to be reborn into a better circumstance? Where everything that led you here never was a struggle to begin with. Identity comes into question. Ability to deviate is challenged. The only song I've ever learned to sing is obsolete, and now I must replace it. People always told me that the troughs would be more common than the peaks. I finally taken it to heart. I focus my intentions on the mountains. Identity comes into question. Ability to deviate is challenged. The only song I've ever learned to sing is obsolete, and now I must rebuild from scratch. But my purpose in this life is larger than one tune. I'll no longer be confined to the apathetic room. Identity comes into question. Ability to deviate is challenged. The only song I've ever learned to sing is obsolete unless I make it relevant. My purpose in this life is larger than one tune. Gravity, I'm shooting for the moon. The purpose in this life is larger than one tune. Thank you.
Yes, Adam.
That was awesome, Adam. We got Guitar
Was
Wednesdays and we had
so
Guitar
good.
Tuesdays yesterday, and we'll probably get some Guitar Thursday tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
I got to actually hear Adam perform live before on Zoom in New York City. It was really wonderful. So we were in real life friends before Zoom, and so happy he came through tonight and his wonderful music and poetry. He's such a wonderful member of our community, so we're always happy when we get to have him with us. Thank you so much for being with us, Adam. If there's anything you want to promote or drop your Instagram or anything in the chat, please let everyone know so that they can connect with you. Thank you.
Yes, please drop your Instagram. We want to connect with you.
Yes. And like as Rajan says, like stalk you a little bit just for fun though. It's all for fun, right? Thank you so much. All right, we're gonna keep going. We have 3 wonderful artists left on our list tonight. If you are in the room and you would like to perform, just send a DM to the Blended City box and Nick will add you. All right, I'm gonna do this. I have to take my beanie off for the last 3 poets because they all make it fall off. So I'm just gonna take it off. I'm just gonna take it off and prepare. All right, on deck, we have one half of the Poet Power Partners, Black Swan. But coming up to the mic now is her better half. They inspire me. They are incredible. Not only does CP Mays serve us wonderful, brilliant art, he has served our country. So thank you for your service, CP, and all that you do and protect us. So please welcome my friend, CP Mays.
Hey, hello, everybody. Shout out Deadpan for putting me on to tonight. It's been awesome. And I've never seen your real hair before. So, and I know you cheat to get on Thursday night because you're always #1. Like you're always #1. Here's a piece that I rarely get to read. It was published in the magazine. Yeah, goes like this. Eardrum echoes, last dance kisses and goosebump breath. Your solar scented skin slips and slides across should've, would've, back flipping fingers, all fickle flicked, and I dare you to find me or forget me again. I'm not here, but then again, you've never been all there. So sell me a smooth lie I could curl up with in the corners of your mouth, swing at every insecurity hurled and fastballed and projected towards you for. You've never been one to play games, but you're damn good at walling up wallow and winning anyways. That's why Curtin calls voicemails miracles in your name. Our imaginations hump dayed each other across the backwash of a brunch Thursday. We planted our conversations in the fields of each other's irises, getting to the bottom of each other's beautiful, squaring up our roots while watering down colorful margaritas of our top shelf self. I lost myself in you. Told heartbeat to tell my inner voice to beat the life out of my eardrum with an if you don't make it back to me before this night's over, I would throw caution against the patiently and smell your sweat back to me. I don't know who you were in your past life, but I can tell by the way you shoot me shotgun looks you've killed many a love's maybes with the moon, so what before? You know how there's something special about being in a foreign city that allows you to be a kid again. Your mouth is that foreign city that allows all of my lovesick to become kid again. I stacked and saved up all of the mistakes I made in past relationships just so I could afford not to make the same mistakes with your skin. If I give up the fight or flight back to my sober self, sling shoot me down with a whisper and remind me to try again. Golden chairs, buckled bathwash. Muted moments scream for our deepest secrets to be heard by anyone but ourself. Honesty left a Silkworth condom on an I don't understand nightstand with the note that read, hey, thanks for the smooth ride. Sincerely yours, your Rocky Times. Watercolor brushsicles fell up from the ground. Can I lay by your side and wrap whispers around the symphony of your rib cage? I want to sleep with the lights on in your conscience. Could you see the I'm yours in my hellos? Senses all sheet music when I'm around you. Linen, listen to me. Lay paradise down into the parade of passion, floating waves across the vain streets of loneliness. We've both talked our way across burning bridges before, so this time shouldn't be as difficult as your downtrodden, upbeat, crooked, long, bow-legged orgasm that never learned to shoot straight or narrow anyways. I want nothing more than to grasp at the God-given ghost haunting your hip bones, but that can only happen if you're not afraid to let go of your past and hold on to me. And by me, I mean now, and by now, I mean love. I don't want to wait for shallow waters to run deep. Oh, swift kick, universe chinning above our treetops. I know your alarm clocks are made out of recycled human beings falling in and out of love, not making a sound. 'Tis the season of salt shakers, and save your wounds for the thrift stores that were born waiting to live here. We should never try to perfect the double-decker chessboard checkered of front yard lawn. Somewhere soon, someday soon is gonna explode. Tourist tickle, I miss you. I miss the tender of skin between your left-handed fingers holding mine. I've never kissed a guitar riff as smooth as 3 forevers and 2 fuck yes crying in the rain. Backwards, forward guitar progression of fire licks, and I can't read palms, but best believe I've studied the crack baby dolls in yours. The sky looks pissed. The raindrops are tossing up graduation hats into a cloudy horizon of the future's bright, and it's yours. I can smell the limit to your love across the careless truth, a dare that's become my name. Have you ever seen a whisper fall in slow motion? Have you ever read a smile that's only been considered a foreign language? Your wrists are out-of-place caterpillars that crawls across to save me from hitting the road to nowhere again, or hitting the brick wall of your I can't afford to let you in close to me, and that's okay. It really is. It's really the only reason I stayed up so late last night in my prison, stitching together all of the dirty laundry we've both acquired. I've used the tattered, battered bed sheets and bleach-worn hearts ripped from sleeves and climbed out of the window of why not, let's just stay filthy. I'll run through fresh-cut grass in weed bowls and drink lovers' spit until liquor stores open up. Lewd and crass, sensual and organic, obscene and salacious, Crayola purple silence, a Jesus drink special you've become. We both laugh like hip bones, like hallelujah, like hippie hypocrisy as we contemplated the silliness of how the word mistletoe sounds like a deadly walk. We pressed the red buttons, answered our cell phones, and spoke smoke signals into the carbon silk of night. These eyes are wondering why in the hell are your thighs wasting my precious time? Our mortal mouths make angels butterfly envious, hopping tadpoles dance in our premature ways of skipping away from difficult questions. Let's let our sensitive skin behind our knees determine who pays for dinner tonight. Tabletop taught, I would love to go Dutch on the charge card dream and sign the receipt, whoever in the hell you want me to be. Hand-woven scars, glass slipper liquid into the impossible of you, while an autumn of apple martinis make up their minds to prom night themselves into the perfume cologne festival of fingernails and moonshine, too lost to turn back, too much passion to turn down the sheet music. Confession. Tomorrow's just 1 second away. Confession. Your collarbones been nominated for a religious doctrine confession. Your kind of surreal shouldn't be acceptable in any Adam's apple court of law. Unwrap my teeth and allow me to be any light switch in your home. I promise you hugs until fears go down easy. Drop ashtrays through wine bottles until my baby sounds like a good enough rest stop to sleep in. You're a water lily dew aircraft bubble bath across airbags, always betting on right now. You're a let's stay with me until you're an all I need. You're a not let's parking lot. You're a Tokyo drift donut around halos, fortunes, an overpriced fishbowl prescription with a sunflower for astigmatism instead. Can we just focus on each other's goddamn? I love your natural language tongue when the distance goes hitchhiker sundown. Some heartbeats across cross-country cheekbones. Our lives, they went half on the gas. The epic Dawn drove seatbelts across backstroking faith, drove seatbelts across to find any other good reason to doubt this goddamn moment. Living sounds like a pretty good place for us to hang our always scared on. It ain't picture perfect puzzle pieces of skin, just sexual cake batter spoons, hiring any part-time tongue to just come on and mop up our floors. Poem. Thank y'all.
Phenomenal. Thank you, Kiki.
All right,
I told you I
poet.
take the beanie off for a reason. I take the beanie. I mean,
I see
he
why.
is, he is just, he's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant. I'm always so happy when he joins us. I'm always inspired and learning from him. So thank you for your poetry and your gifts and just,
CP, are you in New York City?
Nah, I'm actually in the state that hates women the most. I mean, Texas. Yeah, I'm in Texas.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, welcome to Blended City. You're amazing. Thank you for
Thank
sharing.
Where we don't hate women. So
Yeah.
I
Okay,
went to Texas. They not only do they hate women in Texas, I went there once. I've been to Texas once. It was Houston to visit. My ex-girlfriend was doing her residency at the Texas Children's Hospital at the time, and we went line dancing. I shit you not, they made me leave my beanie off. They said I had to, I thought they were kidding. I would just walked in my beanie. They're like, you have to check it. And I said, excuse me. I said, only cowboy hats and trucker hats.
Wow.
Yeah, they discriminate against women, beanies, you know. I don't, yeah, I know the beanie was offensive. I don't know why the beanie was so offensive, but it was. I put it in the car. I was like, I'm not going to forget it. So I put it in the car, but yeah, Texas
We're
is,
basically taking away who you were. Or who you
Yeah,
are.
pretty much.
I mean, you know, well, they don't care, you know, they'll take my reproductive rights away, they'll take my beanie away, you know.
Yeah, they thought you
know.
were stashing Plan B pills up underneath your beanie, so it was
Oh
like,
yeah, yeah.
Did they say we don't take kindly to no beanies in this here town?
Obviously, no one ever hides things under cowboy hats or trucker hats, right?
right.
No. It was, they weren't rude about it or anything like that. They weren't. Like I walked in, we paid, and they're like, can you please check your beanie? Like they weren't snide or anything. And I thought they were kidding. And they politely explained that they just prefer trucker hats and cowboy hats. I mean, I didn't appreciate it, but they weren't like mean about it. They weren't like in my face or anything like that. Like they were, and then we did end up having fun. Like it was very fun, line dancing, and it was a nice atmosphere. But yeah, they just I mean, I know Houston is a little redder than other parts of Texas. I know Austin can be a little more flexible. I've heard Austin Pride is actually very fun. I've heard
Yeah.
it's very fun, Austin Pride. So, but
See, in
anyway, thank
Canada-
you.
In Canada,
What'd you
not
say?
only do we encourage the beanie, we call them toques.
Oops.
The
Toques.
Toque God.
T,
That was
yeah,
very cool.
toque god. TOQUE.
What?
Very
That's
cool.
I mean, I don't know if that has the same ring to it, but
No, I
it works.
no.
Toque deity.
There you go. But anyway, thank you so much, CP, for all that you do inspiring us. We love you. And hopefully you will come to New York and visit us. Beanies and all.
August, I'll be there in August.
Oh, wait. Oh, when?
I have to get you the date. I'll back channel you. I love to come through somewhere.
Yes, please let me know. I would love to meet up. And I hope that when you come, you are bringing your better half with you, who is next. She is also incredibly inspiring and wonderful and has been with our community. The beanie is going to stay off for obvious reasons. So please welcome Black Swan.
Wow, what an intro. Thank you so much for your opportunity to be here. I hear a major echo. Do you guys hear an echo at all?
A little bit,
Yeah.
but it's not,
Little,
it's
yeah,
not too bad.
okay, give me 1 second. Let me shut it. Okay, now I cannot hear it, but can you guys hear it? Are you okay?
No, we can't hear it anymore.
Yeah,
You-
we're
you
good
good now? Okay, great. Yeah, it was good old CP Mays. Okay. All right. So, well, I do recognize a few faces here. Hey guys. And it's good to see you all, and thank you all for joining in tonight. I'm so glad to be here, and I'll just go right into it. I do have 2 new pieces. I've read them several times recently, but I'm just trying to get the juice of it out, and I'll continue to write. So thank you for having me tonight. This one's called Season of Wilderness. After the waves have raped you, after they forcefully and immensely unraveled your good self-esteemed heart, drowned your confidence in the speed of the deep, and suffocated your mind in her unforgiving depths. After your breath has been choked in the wrath and your voice waterboarded with salty bitterness, your mind caves a hollow keyhole with no prospects. After this, I buoy, dead center of ocean, no waves, no wind, no sight of land, and no compass. She calls it my season of wilderness. How long amidst this wilderness should I tread water? How long before the waters tread me? What kind of endurance can survive this? She called me unipolar depressed, anxious and oppressed. She says it's spiritual, demon of repression. No wonder my buoying soul is adrift, an unraveling 12-string guitar singing in reverse, recklessly and immensely, a desperate solo with no prospects. Only one, except just one, the ray and the sea of hope. Poem. That's my first one, and then I'll go right into my second. It's called I Remember. I remember. I remember how when we first met, we folded into each other's concepts of what? Where have you been my whole life? How life was like existing until life met you. Like then life was like, oh, like gasping, like life would never be the same ever again without you, without us. I remember when I first saw you. You were my first double take. Like I almost walked right by you. Then I looked again. I paused, I smirked, and then still I walked right by you, but you still my metaphor, put a question in my brain that I couldn't walk away from, like, who's that guy? That guy with sister locks and geek glasses that are barely holding on by grace and tape and a lot of scratches. I mean, you really needed a new pair of glasses, and well, I needed a new heart. Seems like our paths were inevitable magnets and our connection was too. You walked into that room where creating and editing read amok, and you were in desperate need of a graphic designer, and I was in desperate need of a hello. And just like that, best friends arose. And out of a rose came concrete, and out of concrete came a rose. And so we rose in time, in line with our shine against all odds. When the moon was full and Thanksgiving was too, we drove to South Carolina and drank peach moonshine until the light shut off. And when I went to bartend as others' lights shut off, we shook our heads and laughed at all the orders I messed up. There was always an inside joke between us, always some sort of glimpse that no one else could see. Always a double take, always a little light, a little dark, and a whole lot of shine. Thank you.
I told you this is why the beanie stays off. I told you. Make some noise and give some love to Black Swan, please.
God damn.
Thank you so much for your words and your artistry. I hope I get to meet you in August as well, the Poet Power Partners, as I call them. They are wonderful. She can, if she wants to drop her information, anything else she would like in the chat, and you can all connect. All right, it has been a beautiful night of art. Thank you to everyone who's come through to support Blended City tonight. We have one more POTUS this evening, which we Finbel, but before I introduce her properly, Nick is just going to make some announcements.
Hi, everyone. For those of you who do not know, I'm Nick Luis. I'm one of the founders of Blended City. So I just want to say thank you so much for joining us and being a part of the community and just sharing your talents. We do this every last Wednesday of the month. So definitely give us a follow, sign up for our newsletter. We send out a blast and you guys can sign up. We do it on our Instagram. We also do other events that are in person and online. We do film and theater when we just have like this multidisciplinary space where all of you can create and just have that space and opportunity for that. But just thank you so much. And I'm so inspired by all of you. And this is why we do what we do, because we're human and we're artists and this is the space to do it. So thank you, thank you, thank you all. You guys are all wonderful. So just wanted to say that before the night was over.
Yeah,
and thank you so much, Beanie Boo, for hosting. Like,
thank you
you're
for having
amazing.
me.
Thank you so much. And happy Pride.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
I said happy Pride.
Happy Pride. Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, it's been a minute since I have hosted, so it's lovely to be back in the MCC. And also welcome, Martin. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. If you do want to perform after Finn, please let Nick know in the Blended City box and he will add you to the list. So welcome to the space. But as I said, we're rounding out the evening, this beautiful evening, with our community crush, I will just say. I think she's just the community crush. Yes, you are, and you kind of have to own that. You do. Yes, you are the community poetry crush, and you have to own it. She has her own amazing platform that I love called Fincabulary from Finbel. She does workshops, she does poetry games, she does karaoke, she does open mic, she has amazing prompts, she does everything. She is a Renaissance woman, she does everything. She has her own beautiful poetry collections out in anthologies. So please welcome to the mic, the amazing Finbel.
Thank you so much, my love. That was best intro ever, and I'm trying not to blush here. Good evening, folks. I just wanted to share an old piece and possibly a new piece. So this is a very, very old piece. Well, not very old. It's 2021, called Laurel. This pen wants to tell you all the things I am unable to. This pen wants to say that though I think things through to the point of painful and exacting, I also have a need for things to be just so, for this illusion that you see before you to be perfect. This pen yearns to charm you, but I am not clever in the turmoil of my verbal first draft. I orchestrate the contortion of my words until they rise and surrender to where I finally lay them down, coyly parted, so you can glimpse the allure of all their secret meaning. I write myself down again and again, sort out the muddled pieces, and I become arrayed in my own thoughts, deceptively linear and simpler, tempting you to follow me into the unknown, elegant angles presented to fool the eye. I am hidden in plain sight, lines scratched out and rewritten, but the subterfuge of pretty words that replace me divert you. This pen wants to tell you that sometimes I want to be left alone, but that doesn't mean that I do not like you, that I don't look for you with ravenous eyes despite myself. It doesn't mean that I can prevent myself, and Goddess, help me. I try, from jotting down impossible scenarios where you lean over to kiss me in the pouring rain. This pen does not think to mention that I vowed to myself that I would never be that poet who wrote sappy, idiotic verses about love. You bring this side out in me, and I half resent you for it, curse you all the way to Hades and back. Lover, Orpheus, lover, logophile, amor, aesthete, amor, Eurydice, amorette. At the end of the story, this pen wishes to turn me into the wolf daughter stalking my goddess on the hunt. I spring off the page and emit the loudest howl. Ow! I chase after a teasing moon, not knowing where I am going, but my feet become sure as they feel their way in the darkness. I shriek in pure joy as my hair is caressed in passing by Daphne and her sister trees. Do you see my ink pool, silver stream reflecting the stars? Do not listen to your head. Shed your hesitation, old bear skin, and hear me bay. Do not think, my beautiful Apollo. Do not think. Pursue me. Okay, and something that's sort of new, kind of, a little bit. Okay, so there we go. This one is called, I lost it. Hi, apologies, almost. Oh goodness, sorry about that. It's here somewhere. Oh goodness, I lost it. My bad, I'm sorry. I'll read something else because I can't find it. Okay, this is called Snowstorm. The floor will appear until where I next step. The door is where the world ends. Yet this is where I am, loving phantoms, pressing my hands upon the peeling wallpaper. I do not stall them from seeping out of walls, exposing my ghost arms to the sun and watching as they dissolve. They're helpless as the apparitions escape the house. They have known the places unseen, understand boundaries, disregard them, the wide world outside of you. Become the seduction riding the atmosphere, fast becoming reality. You long to exist in the beyond, among them. You put one foot before the other, but do not comprehend this is not for you. The ground will fall out from beneath. Outside, the world is overwhelming. As it closes in around your head, sky, a pale powder of smoke halos you. You realize snowflakes can be minute, can fit on the tip of your little finger, can be one in a billion miraculous iterations, present in this harmonious blanket of silvery 8-point blades, and still each one pleads to be unique. You pretend to be K, claim the ice catching in your lashes are pieces of glass, occluding your sight, freezing your heart. You have made up your mind to call this your excuse to shed the burden of caring, where you shun the searing pressed kiss, the hot tears, the wet down your resolve. You do not want your Gerda, because Gerda is the spring, because Gerda smells of the rose petals tickling your cheeks, used to pull off her thorns one by one, just to excite to the bright crimson blood, pulsing sensation from your pricked fingers. You don't want your Gerda, because Gerda's heartbeat is too familiar, and the heart is home, and home is love, and love is too damn frightening. The roses ceased to bloom this summer. She put one foot in front of the other, seeking you, swallowed by flurries, gray flint arrow in the billions. The garden abandoned, circled the house, senile and mad, they reminisce.
And
Yeah,
I'm sure
I
she
was-
made you all fall in love with her like she's been making me for like almost 3 years. So good. Give her some love. Give her some love. She's so beautiful.
Missed you.
I miss you, my love. Oh my goodness. We need to catch up soon. Really, truly.
Sounds good.
And she will drop her information in the chat, and you can find her link tree and all the amazing things she does. She actually hosts my favorite Zoom, which is the first and third Saturdays of the month. She hosts this beautiful quiet space called Wake Up and Riot, it should be this weekend or weekend after this weekend, right? Yes. It's so beautiful. It's quiet. It's early in the morning. We all keep our cameras and mics off, and we just write to prompts. It's absolutely lovely. And there's usually 5 or 6 really fun prompts with artistic license, and it's so much fun. It's my favorite. So I highly recommend check her out, check everything she's doing. You will not regret it. We have one more artist this evening. I love you. We have one more artist this evening. And then we will close out, but we are so happy that our friend Martin Parker is here with us tonight, Parquillian, and that is also his Instagram handle. So Martin, welcome.
No, thank you so much, Lizzie. Thank you for the invite. Sorry I didn't get here earlier. It's great to hear some familiar and new voices. This is some great stuff. Had an experience this weekend that's becoming too frequent lately. I go on Facebook to wish a friend a happy birthday and find out that they have passed away in the last year. So this is for a friend of mine I met in Japan. This is called Hyasarin, in loving memory of a fellow exchange student whose maiden name can be translated as pure golden. We met in a room in a Toronto hotel, surrounded by others on the way to Japan. Your heart beat pure to a different tone, as did mine to a song across the sea. You shared many thoughts, though informative and kind, if often delivered with a snarkish remark, like the look ahead as I seldom do, or a spontaneous hug when you'd realize just how foreign our experience was. I never imagined with 1,000 dawns, you'd finally pass through all creative blocks and turn the album over, of course. So now as the sakura blossoms flow with Kiyotsukete, I wish you a fond sayonara for the golden journey you're on. And I had to add that last line because you're on was her maiden name. I also heard about somebody talking about hats and beanies and not being able to wear them. Reminded me of how Quakers used to get in trouble for not taking their hats off in front of royalty. And that reminded me of this elegy I wrote for one of my mentors. He's explained a little bit in the story here. This is called Shining Bright Shepherd in loving memory of Robert Schaefer, whose name can be translated as Shining Bright Shepherd. If Quakers had godfathers, you would be mine. A man with a heart so open and kind, quite like my father in more ways than one. With gently rendered thoughts, my mind was led back by silent sirens to seek a way to speak with you one last time. You joined a slow vacuum in joys untold, sharing the right way at breakfasts of old, and fostering projects designed to end festering poverty's troublesome strife. You prophesy on the links to come while shepherding students in the new arc of life. You'd don your hat when leaving the dance, and after we found your room by chance, you'd walk us out to the roundabout where lands were crossed by the innermost light that poured so brightly out of your soul, which ever shall shine through the day and the night. And thank you very much.
Martin, my condolences to hearing the loss of your friend. May their memory be a blessing, but your eulogies are always beautiful and in such a celebration of their life. So thank you for honoring them and sharing space and introducing us to them.
Yeah, thank you. They helped me process through things. So it's been a blessing.
Yeah, I'm very sorry, but they will always in our hearts, and it's a lovely way to close out the night to honor them. And also follow Martin on IG, Perquillian, in his box. He also has beautiful art, and I don't have it with me tonight, but he has mugs, and they're different animals on his art and cards in different languages, so they're really lovely. So check out his website and his poetry and all that he does. So thank you.
I can put a link in the chat. Yeah.
Yes, please drop the link, and Blended City will give you a tag on Instagram so people can find you there as well. It has been a wonderful night. Thank you so much for having me MC Blended City and Nick. I love this organization. I've been with them for a while now. And I will be back in the future. And thank you to all the artists that came tonight and read and supported. The energy was just lovely. So thank you so much to each and every one of you. We hope you'll join us again with Blended City in the future. I guess I haven't done this in a long time, but I feel like I should read Beanie Blessings to close us out, right?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I will. I will read right now. Well, I used to host a mic on a different platform for a year called Deadpan Dope, and I didn't have time for it anymore, so I didn't do it anymore. But I would always have someone else read it usually, but I will read it tonight. So this is called Beanie Blessings. We close out our time together staring up at the same sky, whether the sun kisses down on your gentle face. The cotton candy clouds begin to swirl in the early evening. The crescent moon fades in as the constellations begin to dance. We all look up at the same sky. Thank you for blessing the sky, soil beneath our feet, and our family with your presence and art. Thank you for taking the time to create, and thank you for holding space. May you sneeze out poems in dreamland. May we always have beanies to keep us warm and stylish. This has been Work of Art Wednesdays with Blended City, hosted by me, Deadpan Lizzie the Beanie God. As we close out, I say, Beanie Blessings, and thank you.
Have a good night.
Good night, everyone. Thank you so much.
Blessings.
Thank you.
Hope to see you next Wednesday, last Wednesday of next month. Good night.
Sleep well.
Sleep
Good night,
well.
all.
Good
Bye, everyone.
night. Take care. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Lizzie. This was
Of course,
wonderful.
See you soon.
absolutely. Missed you. Have a good
Miss
night.
you too. You too. Take
Follow
care.
us on Blended City. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
All right. Good night,
Night.
Beanie.
Thanks.
Thank you again.
Thank you.